Namek. I'm a variety streamer and creator who plays through some story games and, in general, a lot of random games. My biggest focus is really just to have some fun and to share the stuff I enjoy while creating a community that can support each other. I've always loved playing games, and back in 2019, I started streaming and recording videos. And if you've been around for a while, you may be going, but wait, I thought you started during the pandemic. You'd also be correct, because technically, I've started twice. In 2019, I started to stream and record my Starbound series. I was going to record it, so I figured I might as well try and stream it on this new service that I found called Twitch. At this point, I didn't really have any plans. I was just going to make this series and have some fun with it. That's about it. No grand plans, really. But then the pandemic hit, and I ran out of content to watch on YouTube. You know, the infinite source well of content. I managed to run it dry. And so I started watching the Oxcast over on Twitch. I had some good fun with that. Because I was watching them on YouTube, and I knew they were on Twitch. And from there, I found other streamers because of raids and such. And I made a lot of new friends. Because the smaller the group, the easier it was to talk amongst each other. Well, after meeting so many people, especially other people who were trying streaming for the first time or just trying new things during the pandemic, it gave me a lot of inspiration to really try streaming a bit more routinely. And that's when I started streaming Metal Arms Glitch in the System. One of my favorite games in the world. Absolutely love it. It's been an amazing game to play. And I really just wanted to be able to share it with other people while having a good bit of fun. Along with streaming, I was also working on my other hobbies, namely editing the VODs into actual videos for a Metal Arms series on my YouTube channel, and working on my game projects. Speaking of which, if you want, I'd highly love if you checked out Phantom Asteroids on Google Play. It is the one game I have released as of now. And I also have been working on my art, which, since I've started, has gotten really dang good, and I'm very happy. But to wrap this up, I hope you all enjoy my content, whether it's my edited videos, my streams, the VODs, the games I've made, or just the art or other projects I've made. Any notable enjoyment of it, anything that I can see that I know that people are enjoying it, absolutely makes my day. And as such, I hope you all have an amazing time. Until next time. Bye-bye! Hello everyone, I'm Namek. I'm a variety streamer and creator. Okay, testing. Looks like things are good. Wonderful. I'm gonna get the Stream Raiders battle started. Yeah, I have upgraded to a different bot. I previously was using Stream Elements, but a bunch of people, or some people, or rather, with one of the Discords I'm in, there's a bunch of talk about different bots to try and use. Or like, you know, oh, I use this one. So I looked at a bunch of them, and I found the Firebot to be like a nice medium of like a lot of fun features without it being raw. Like, it has the ability to do anything. Some of that ability may rely on you and your absolute amazing programming skills. Okay, those armor. So, what did I get bonus? Bonus against rain. I'd say, well, like thinking, maybe I should use a range. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use the Siege Breaker because there's a lot of units. But yeah, if you want to join in, you can nice and easily join into the battle. There is a command on Twitch. So that is downside with the Firebot. It's only for Twitch. So I'd have to try and find one for YouTube. and then figure it out as well, but yeah, I'll probably do that tomorrow. I have fun messing around with new toys, basically. But I also need to make sure I work on going through a bunch of computers, because I was going to do that today, and instead I looked at some bots. But without further ado, let us get into playing some... It's not now. Okay, now it's now. Wonderful one. Yeah. Get into playing some ESO. I was originally... Okay, I'm gonna also do this. Talk to that one. I was originally going to play Star Wars The Old Republic. However, I got in, and then immediately went... I want to enjoy the stories. That's when I want to play SWTOR, is when I'm wanting to enjoy the stories. And I enjoy it to such a degree that I feel like by talking and trying to do a stream, I will not enjoy it as much. Like almost every other game, that's not the case. But SWTOR is a little special like that. So I'm like, I very much appreciate SWTOR, but I just don't think I'll stream it. But ESO does not have that luxury. Largely because of the fact that I've already done the stories I've wanted to, aka the Clockwork City, and a few other, actually I would say this area. However, I still have a bunch of quests to do in this area somehow. Which is what we're going to be doing.
Daedra. Cut one down, 3 more are summoned in its place. Traylon send you? Or you just attracted to the scent of Daedra blood?
Yes. He said you told me about Oswama.
I'm no tour guide. What do you need to know?
I really need to sit up more. What's happening to the shrine?
Molag Bal's plans to drag this world into oblivion may have failed, but that hasn't stopped the worm cult from trying to fill this world with corruption. Now they're channeling the powers of Al-Shalmawiya's shrine to summon Daedra. No end to them.
So I'll say part of the reason I decided to stream today was because I wanted to mess around with the new bot to see how well it works. Like everything should theoretically be working, but it is one of those cases I will have to figure that out for certain by doing a stream and having some fun with it. I pride my soul from the clutches of Moloch. You minor Daedra won't trouble me.
That's the second boldest claim I've ever heard. If there's truth to it, be my guest and squash those vermin. I've had my fill of Daedra for a long while.
What kind of Daedra are they summoned?
Any and all. So far it's mostly been scamps with the odd clanfear poking out from the ruins, but the sounds I've heard echoing out of that place are fetching troubling. I think the cultists are becoming more practiced with their summoning.
So why aren't you going in and disrupting the ritual?
What do you take me for? A pretender? Aside from Outlanders, quick to brag and quicker to die, I am the only thing keeping Baal's minions confined to Al-Shalmawiya. I came to Vivec for resupply and to enlist some help.
Will disrupting the rituals be enough to stop the worm cult?
It'll have to do. Even if you killed every worm cultist in the place, there'll always be some other stupid fetcher waiting to meddle with a Daedric shrine. Just have to stay vigilant.
Okay. Okay. Very unfortunate. I don't know why I went out this way. Yeah, because I needed to be on that side anyways. Whee! Yeah, it's gonna be a nice, fairly relaxed hour-long stream, I'm thinking. Because it probably doesn't need to be much more than that. Going on there. And Oh, this is just like, oh, you want to buy that?
Have a look at that. Look. Yeah. Oh, no catch. Oh, sure. Excellent. You won't regret this decision. Hope the room is to your liking.
Got some golden ink. That's
They
always
say the
nice.
Hagfen is safe for travel these days, but
Okay, Quest 5 must be getting one up to champion level. Okay, I'm gonna go over there. It seems interesting. I really don't know what to expect. It's been a little while since I actually played ESO beyond doing this one follower mission to get whatever character I felt like playing. Or playing a little bit more. Oh. Bam! It's gonna be a nice simple adventure. I definitely had a good solid time yesterday, or not yesterday. What did I do? No, I streamed yesterday. Today's Wednesday. I definitely had a good fun yesterday. I legitimately don't remember anything else I did yesterday. This is why I check things down, and then at the end of the week I write it down into a bigger document of this is what I've done, because I legitimately forget what I do way too often. Not. But, today's still been fun. I mean, I had work as well. It was the kind of crossroads of busy and not busy. It wasn't, stagnant, but there wasn't a million and one different, oh no, I need help with this exact thing, So it was okay, it's fairly slow when it isn't just a bunch of people going, I need help. Though, however, I will say, tales from work. There was someone who went this thing isn't working. It says it has no power. I guess I shouldn't be surprised that the jagged claws is a trap. Makes sense. But yeah, it was this thing doesn't have any power. And they must have convinced the person on the phone that there was nothing going to be done over the phone, and so a tech went out to help them, and the worst part about it is the case of they got there, and all they had to do was plug in the thing that was unplugged. That's why it didn't have power. It wasn't plugged in, and that was the entire issue. It is quite literally one of those cases of just yeah, I'm not even sure how to categorize it as something. It's just one of those how did it get to this point? Yeah. Oh. Luckily, probably wasn't too big of an issue, but it still is one of those silly, mind-boggling stuff. Here, I think I saw a ruin of all. I did.
Nice hole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, quite literally, so far has been work and then messing around on plot
current bot. And let's see what I end up doing for YouTube wise. I could also just ignore a YouTube bot for a while until it's the case of like, oh, a bunch of people are watching on YouTube. I better make sure to have like timers that go like, hey, do this thing. Oh, that's actually another thing I probably should do. Is just like, hey, follow. Yeah, that probably would be very effective. Just, something to remind people like, hey, you should follow if you're watching me. Because that helps galvanize people into going like, yeah, I should follow. And then the viewer, the follower count goes up, and that makes me a nice and simple case of, but it is just like, number go up, I also become more happy. Just a second, gotta let the cat out. Oh, okay. Also, fun thing. With said bot that I am using today for any commands or timers, or at least in theory. It could also be connected to my OBS. It's gonna be obnoxious. And then I was able to set it up. Now this also might be able to be done with Lua or just settings potentially in OBS, but this is why I enjoyed Firebot more than the other options I looked at. A lot of the other options had the same or more functionality technically than Firebot, but Firebot had a cleaner UI and made it a little bit more understandable. Because it is a case where it's like, I can do probably more than the average person. You might actually stop something. That'll stop you. Like maybe more than the average person who uses tool with the stuff. So it's like, oh, no. So it's like I can figure out some fun combinations, and yeah, that's what I thought. But like I can only do a little bit more. So it's the nice balance of like, aha, I can do this without being too simple. Buttons, what are they good for? When I'm at releasing. I've been playing Fate off of VSync. I'm pretty sure it is one of the few cases where actually not having it synced up just allows it to run faster. So I'm pretty sure Fate just relies on frame rate. And so slower frame or lower frame rate means lower gameplay or lower game speed. But Fate is easy enough that I'm like, yes, more speed. Gotta go faster. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Okay, that goes up to there in Alderaan. Not Alderaan, the Star Wars variety, but Alderaan. Alderaan of the Morrowind. Whew. I see that's all in one quest. That's there. Just a nice, simple, enjoyable day. Definitely will be a nice shorter stream. I don't plan on playing ESO too much. I used to play this a bunch alongside WoW and one other thing. I also had a lot more time back then. Now I'm, well, mostly busy with work because I've just got off of work an hour ago. And that was pretty much my entire day. So, like beyond my lunch break and 3 hours from when I wake up to when I start work. Pretty much just besides that, it's work. And the morning is basically a good old-fashioned case of, well, you know, I gotta get ready for the day, make some breakfast. Yeah, make some breakfast, do all my morning routines, make sure I'm not dying. There's only a slight exaggeration. Nice, force lock actually works.
Finders keepers, as they say.
AoE, AoE, we love our AoE. Woo! Something. Oh yeah, we're supposed to just stuff this. I was just like, ooh, more enemies. Even though it's not a kill enemies class. Hey. Ooh. Nice busy day. That didn't dodge.
Roll if you can.
Yeah. Because you're smarter than me doesn't mean you get to call the shot. Heck, and gotta get in there. I probably didn't need to drop down. Definitely didn't need to drop down. Whoops. Look my need to run past you to go right back up to where I was. Go over here. Go over here. Go in here. Ta-da! Oh, I was so close. And oh, I killed you. And then you're like, nope, back up, must retreat. Very disappointing. Say.
Now here's a place I can really get some study done. Or killed. Either, really.
Yep, good old statue of Malor Bar there. Probably is the same in Morrowind, let's be honest. That's probably why it's exactly where it is. There we go. Yeah, so it's nice and simple. I'm pretty sure it's still paid to, you know, it's still a bot game and not just free to play like many MMOs are. But it has been a while because I originally got this back when it first came out. Armor. Ooh. Ooh. Excuse me. I'm for some reason, just the short amount of time. I mean, it's been a few days now, but like the time I played of Path of Exile 2 has like fully ingrained the idea that space is jump. I do not know why that has ingrained it or not. Space is normally jump, but it has ingrained the thought that space is
Really don't
dodge.
like your odds.
And despite that not being the case for any of the other games I play that have a dodge roll in it, but for some reason, it has just hard coded. Ooh, doesn't look like I need to kill it right. Oh. And then you spread out, so I can't attack all of you. That's rude.
Wind has her eye on you.
Big
Never used
thing.
to find this much when I met you.
Oh, got more training gear for them. Oh. That's wonderful. I now need to go up. Oh, sweet, I could ramp up in here.
Let's ride.
Definitely not something I was expecting to be able to do. Okay. Just from there. I believe
Still
I have
here.
to
Thanks for asking.
go there and then go to the other. Oh, okay, this is a different route. Uh, I'm going to just go the other way, because at least that should be clear then. Yeah. Overall, having a nice good time. Oh, also, that's actually what I did yesterday. Was very unfortunate, but I used up all my stamina. I think it was yesterday? Yeah, I think so. I was trying to use Python to be able to just really simple make a going live message and have it formatted like I do, without having to set it up every time. The formatting, I have the message saved every time, but unfortunately, their Blue Skies thing, like instructions, like, oh, this is how you do links. It doesn't exist anymore. Like the module part that allows you to basically set up the message, that part doesn't exist. There's a bug. Like that part didn't exist anymore. And as such, I just couldn't, and then I tried a few different things, like, okay, maybe it's this thing, maybe it's that thing. Like everything just wasn't working or didn't exist. And I was very disappointed, because I was like, dang it, I was so close. I even got the replies to work out quite nicely. But it was just like,
Well, no, I guess it wouldn't.
it was just the links, and you kind of need the link to be linked when it comes to social media stuff, because of the fact that person's not gonna put that in their browser. They're not gonna, especially if they're on mobile, they're not gonna go like, "Ooh, let me click on between." I guess yeah. Guess I don't need to kill that thing because I've already killed it for doing the delve. I just hadn't done the actual quest. Okay, let's go to Alderaan. Nice little waystone out here. So it was a case of like, I can get the message, but I can't get the link. And without the links, it doesn't really do much. So I wanted to make sure I still did that. Maybe at another time I'll come back to it to try and get it to work. Till then, it is just disappointing. Just like, well, it is what it is. It's unfortunate. I couldn't get it working. But I will say, it was a lot of fun while I was doing it. Oh, that's the other thing that I was doing.
Welcome back, Outlander.
I was upgrading my auto fisher for Fate because I found that the dungeon levels, whether it's randomly or just it's different between town and dungeon, the Y value of the exclamation point is different. And so it wasn't working when I was doing in the dungeons. No reason. I was like, why isn't it working? And that's when I made it so it's the same picture. And found, oh, that's why it's too low. And then I was like, did something break? And so I went back up and it's working and it was right. I was like, weird. What a weird difference. And so I went through a bunch of different minor changes, and what I ended up doing is not efficient, but it works. And so I was like, good enough. And then very quickly I got a cheese, which gives you a literal ton of okay, this is daily stuff.
East of our village.
Which gave like a ton of magic find. So I used that for a while I was fishing some more. And then got a bunch of gold. But there's two issues I was facing. One, sometimes I would miss a fish. And then I would move out of the way because I clicked out, like, instead of clicking the okay, I clicked up, like, to try and move in a sense. And that didn't work out.
I foresee a profit. It pains me to see our brethren fall, but you honor the Shilaka with the shrub.
Okay, these are just dailies, basically. Ooh. Oh, that's friendship. Ah, yes, the warrior boat. Makes sense. Yeah, I already have it. I always. Container. Yeah, and then that's okay, go gather more relics. Go hunt that thing. This might also be a, hey, just do this thing. Oh yeah, I've got pretty much all the quests, so that might also be a daily. Yeah, I'll probably try and do like the zone guide next time around. Let me also alt-tab, switch to Stream Raiders, and over there. Okay, let us hope that I can do it. Don't think I'll start another battle. I think I'm just gonna finish this one more quest and then turn the other quest in and call it good. Didn't actually get to test out too much of the actual bot functionality beyond the fact that it does switch scenes and mute things as designed. So I'm quite happy with it. I would say I may stream tomorrow morning but that's also will just be a lie. Because what I really need to do, I need to work on cleaning up the computer. So let's try and make sure I get that done versus streaming. No, and also just to denote as well, I can't stream for very long because I still need to eat, get ready for the day, and that only leaves maybe an hour before I work, and I definitely have to stop whatever I'm doing once I've started work. That's a little bit important. Okay. We're gonna go down to this quest, do it, and then we shall return. Interesting. And then we shall return to the Vivek city, where I can turn in the quest. Over these rocks. Goodbye. Oh, that's good. Okay. Just need to get. But yeah, I also definitely think I will end up streaming. Oh, that's okay. That's a go kill something. Or I would, yeah, that's a. Yeah, let's just do it. So I won't try and do that just because I don't want to try and kill a boss by myself right now. It's one of those cases like I probably could, but I really don't want to deal with it. So instead, I could go right back up to Alderaan, go to that way shrine, teleport back to Vivek City, and then yeah, and then call it good. That's what I'm gonna do. Sure. Alderaan is this way. Definitely gonna try and stream more. One, I'm starting to have a lot more fun with it again. Eventually, I'll get back to streaming Fallout 3, but not until I'm fit. Because that is very much the key thing of, you know, if I'm not having fun with it, I'll burn myself out. Oh, that was actually really quick. I'll just burn myself out, and then you'll have a giant swath of time where I don't stream and I don't have fun.
Smelly swamps.
But yeah, until then, it'd be good. And yeah, I need to be here. I will have to try and figure out what I'm gonna actually stream more often. Though I definitely think I'll stream via Star Trek Online more often. I was really having a ton of fun with that, I'll be honest. Like, it is legitimately really fun. We'll see how, you know, goes in the future or whatever, but
truth be told, I had my hand.
Yeah, that was also a data. Got it. Yep, I think I didn't even record this one. Yeah, I should still. Should still download it from Twitch and then upload it on Boxing. Since it's still gameplay and part of my MMOthon. But yeah. Nice, simple stream. I wanted to toy around with the bot. It did get used. There's no one to try and use it. No surprise there. Yeah. Ending screen. Oh, hello. I'm just wrapping up this short stream, but hello. I'm sorry you just got in as I was starting to end. But I do hope you have a good day. I'll definitely end up streaming more in the future. but I do need to try and deal with these computers that I don't just have them sitting in the living room and taking up space for other people. But I hope you all have a wonderful time. Till next time. Bye bye.